Okay, in this problem, I'm going to show you how to find trig ratios. So I'm going to start first with the triangle. And if at any point you don't understand something, stop and ask me questions, because I know you're just asking me about what a hypotenuse is, so I need to make sure I write that down. All right. And I'm going to put them in different colors. This is 6. That is 8. And this is 10. Now, for the sake of remembering stuff, you need to remember what the different parts of a triangle are. And the longest side on a right triangle, even though this is an ugly triangle, but the longest side on there is always called their hypotenuse.
All right.
Now, the other two sides are going to be your adjacent and your opposite side. But you won't always know what they are until they tell you what angle you're looking at. So for this one, I'm going to start, I believe this is your, look at your paper again. A goes down here. Your B goes right here. Take care. And C goes right here. So, this is my triangle. And for this problem, they're telling you to find all of the trig ratios for angle C. So find the 3 trig ratios for angle C. Now, here's the way this works. You have to imagine that you're standing on angle C, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that you're looking across the triangle or next to the triangle to the different parts of it.
Yeah, that's
now,
like your range.
What?
That's like your range that you can see.
Yeah, that's what you can see. You're looking this way.
Mm-hmm.
So there's you looking. Now, if you're looking there, what side is opposite to you?
That way?
No, because remember, you're looking all the way across the triangle. So what side of that triangle is on the opposite side of the triangle from you?
That.
Exactly. So this one we're going to call the opposite. Now, it's only opposite for angle C. If you were standing at B, it would be the other way around. But for this problem, it's your opposite.
All right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. And what's your adjacent side for
that one? 8.
So this one's your adjacent. That make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So those are my sides for angle C. They would change if you went to angle B, but for right now, we're just talking about angle C. So for the rest of the problem, when I say opposite, adjacent, and hypotenuse, those are the sides that I mean. And I'll try to keep their colors separate. Now, to know how to write the trig ratios, you got to remember what they are. And I'm going to write the acronym that you need to memorize. SOHCAHTOA. Now, if you don't know what that means, don't worry about that right now. I'll explain all the pieces of it. SO stands for sine. So sine is opposite, which in this case is O, or we'll get to the number in a little bit, but the opposite is going to be 6. Get that a little bit later. But anyway, sine is opposite over the hypotenuse, which in this case is green. Now, I should put sine of angle C here. So sine of C is opposite over hypotenuse. So for my problem, what are those two numbers?
6 and 10.
6 and 10. Perfect. Yep, that's exactly right. Good. So the sine of angle C, forgive me that I'm a little bit dyslexic, is equal to 6 divided by 10. Kind of see where all those numbers come from?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. And that's because the sine is opposite over hypotenuse. That's what the O and the H mean in this little rhyme that I'm trying to get you to memorize. Put a box around it to kind of help you remember it. Okay? Cosine is the next one. So the cosine of C is equal to the adjacent oh my goodness. Okay, I'm going to keep going over this because my my principal started to talk, and I'm just going to keep going because I need to get it to oh my gosh. Adjacent over hypotenuse. So the adjacent for this problem is going to be what?
8.
Yep. You might want to turn the sound off if you're watching this, or else it's going to be really confusing. But the adjacent is 8 from this problem. And the hypotenuse, what is it?
10.
Yep. The hypotenuse is 10. So cosine C for this one is going to be 8 divided by 10. All right, and you got 2 of them. So far, you got the cosine and the sine. Put little boxes around them to kind of mark them off. And the last one is going to be my tangent. So tangent of C is equal to what? Two ones.
COA
So it's opposite over adjacent. So opposite
is 6.
Opposite, exactly, divided by 8, which is adjacent. Perfect, you're getting this. This is awesome. Okay, so this opposite is going to be 6 divided by the adjacent, which is 8. And there you go. Tan C is equal to 6. Good job, Eric. Divided by 8. And there are your 3 trig ratios. That's how you find them. So the first thing you're going to want to do is figure out where your adjacent, hypotenuse, and opposite sides are, and then put them into the trig ratios that way.